Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am looking back at the mega hit TV series MASH, and more specifically, actor Alda, who played Captain Benjamin Franklin Pierce, also known as Hawkeye. Now MASH originated as a novel in 1968, written by author Richard Hornberger, who went by the pen name Richard Hooker. He based the book upon his time as an army surgeon during the Korean conflict. Then, in 1970, the film adaptation of the novel was released. It starred Donald Sutherland as Hawkeye and Elliot Gould as Trapper John McIntyre, and was directed by Robert Altman. Now, for those who've never seen the film, you should know that Robert Altman's unique film style makes the movie quite different from what we all know as the MASH television series. Now, Hornberger based the character of Hawkeye on himself, and many of the characters were based upon people he knew from his time in the military. Now, I've read that Hornberger appreciated the film adaptation of his novel, but that he was not a fan of the television series that followed. Apparently, there was some bitterness that he felt after selling the rights to his franchise for pennies on the dollar. In fact, I have read that he only received $500 per television episode. But apparently there was more than just the financial issues that bothered Hornberger. His son once told the New York Times that his father never intended for his book to be anti-war, stating that his father was a political conservative and he did not like the liberal tendencies that Alda portrayed Hawkeye Pierce as having. With that said, there's no denying that Alda's portrayal of Hawkeye didn't yield many accolades, including winning 5 Emmy Awards for his involvement in MASH, either as a writer, director, or actor. However, one of the things I've noticed over time is that there seems to be quite a bit of animosity out there in regards to Alda's portrayal of Hawkeye. On the videos that I've made about various MASH actors, I always find it interesting to see how many people take the time to post a comment about how much they disliked Alda's take on the character. Here's just a sampling of those comments. I had liked MASH for a long time. Then Alda became so egotistical that he ruined both his character and the show. He thought that he was Groucho Marx. He wasn't. I lost all respect for him, and the show went downhill badly. Alda's insistence that the show became more and more about Hawkeye finally doomed it. The later seasons got too preachy for me, especially the episodes written and directed by Alda. Whenever I see that in the opening credits, I switch channels. Too bad they didn't get rid of Alda. He was really hard to take. As Alda became insufferable, the rest of the cast had to pick up a lot to keep the series going. And one of my personal favorites? I don't even watch the later stuff. Alan on his soapbox was all it was. That guy makes me vomit. So again, that was just a few of the negative comments that I've seen written about Alda on some of my videos. Now the funny thing is, none of those videos were really about Alda. With that said, there's obviously some strong opinions about Alda's portrayal of Hawkeye and his growing influence on the direction of the show as the show progressed. It is worth noting that Alda was writing episodes as early as the first and second season of the show, and he wrote one of my all-time favorite episodes, Dear Sigmund, that was in season 5. And there are quite a few stories out there of Alda going out of his way to advocate for other cast members, including the time the show's producers were thinking about writing Father Mulcahy out of the show when William Christopher caught a near-fatal case of hepatitis during the show's 5th season and had to miss a number of episodes. But here's where I want to hear from you. Where do you stand in regards to Alda's portrayal of Hawkeye on MASH? Do you love him or do you hate him? Personally, I love what Alda brought to the role and the energy and passion he put into everything he did on that show. Now I look forward to reading your comments. Additionally, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, where I talk about the movies, music, and TV shows that I loved while growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. As always, thank you so much for watching, stay safe out there, and have a great day.